After getting smacked with over $200 million in penalties and fines due to their negligence when it comes to issuing timely recalls, Hyundai and Kia go ahead and issue even more recalls due to engine failure. Ironically, when this news is still hot off the press or smoldering in some cases, they announce big details with their E-GMP platform. Will their electrification strategy save them from their own engine fires and recalls? We'll find out. We'll find out today. Welcome back, Lexurious Fleet. My name is Kirk. If you're new, I talk about Japanese and Korean autos. And there's a 77% chance you're not subscribed. And with your help, we can get to 100,000 subscribers before Hyundai and Kia issue another recall. Was that too early? Still too early? Over automotive news, Hyundai recalls 129,000 US vehicles for engine issues. We've been seeing a lot of this lately, especially with issues when it comes to fire. And this is no difference here. Hyundai Motor Co. is recalling, let's just say 130,000 vehicles for the engine issue that can increase the risk of fire. It's a dumpster fire going on over there right now. So hopefully you guys don't have a 15 or 16 Veloster, a 2012 Santa Fe, a 2011 to 13 Sonata Hybrid, 2016 Sonata Hybrid, because connecting rod bearings inside the engine may wear prematurely, which over time can result in engine damage. Dealers will conduct inspections, and if bearing damage is found, the engine will be replaced. The recalled vehicles will also receive an enhanced engine control software update containing a new NOx sensor detection system that monitors engine vibrations for unusual patterns, potentially indicating an abnormal condition in the engine, such as damaged connecting rod bearing. Just a quick reminder, the USTA last week agreed with Hyundai and Kia to record a $210 million civil penalty after the U.S. auto safety regulations said they failed to recall 1.6 million vehicles due to engine issues in a timely fashion. Now, in a lot of cases, they did actually recall those engines, but it was too little too late as people's cars and potentially their lives were burning up. And this, guys, is really eating into their profits. They've had really good numbers when it comes to sales and profitability, but when you issue in all these recalls and all these engine replacements that they have to do, this is costing them an arm and a leg, and it's really hurting their numbers. Can electrification save them from their engine woes? Well, maybe, because even though EVs have less things to go wrong with them, you still have a really high energy density battery pack that can cause fires. Look at the Hyundai Kona EV that has been recalled throughout the world. About 70,000 units because they can combust spontaneously and also burn down your house. So don't think it's all rainbow and unicorns as things switch over to less complicated EVs. Hyundai Motor Group to lead charge into electric era with dedicated EV platform E-GMP. We've heard about E-GMP. We don't know a lot of details about it until now. They can provide a range up to 500 kilometers, which is a little over 300 miles of range on a full charge. One of the impressive things here is 80% charging capacity in 18 minutes through high-speed charging. Still lagging really far behind what we're used to with gasoline cars. Full fill up in 5 minutes. We're getting closer though. We're getting closer, and this is good news. High performance model based on E-GMP will accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, which is 62 miles per hour in less than 3.5 seconds. So 0 to 60 in probably 3.4 seconds. Fast enough for anyone in their right mind. And a top speed of 250 kph. I'll put what that is in miles per hour. Also, a world's first multi-charging 400 volt / 800 volt and bidirectional power conversion function. This is what helps with this 80% charging in just 18 minutes. And just like we've seen with a lot of other EVs, especially Tesla, we know GM is able to produce lots of EVs in the near future and really quickly from starting of development to production. This is going to allow them to do the same thing. So platform modularization and standardization enable rapid and flexible development depending on customer needs. Hyundai Motor Group plans to introduce 23 battery electric vehicles and sell 1 million BEV units worldwide by 2025. Holy cow. Things are ramping up, guys. It is exciting. Whether you're a lover of EVs or not, or if you're just in the middle kind of like me, but this change in the auto industry, these next 5 years are getting spicy. Now, they also have some details when it comes to the motors. So let's dive into it. E-GMP's compact new power electric system consists of a powerful motor, EV transmission, and inverter. 3 components are integrated into a single compact module. This ensures powerful performance by raising the motor's maximum speed by up to 70% compared to existing motors. A high-speed motor is smaller than other motors while providing comparable performance, and it gives efficiencies in both space and weight, and this should allow a lot more cabin space as a result, which is good for everyone. More interior cargo space, no one's going to complain about that. The motor is controlled by the inverter power module, which adopts silicon carbide semiconductors. This motor can enhance system efficiency by around 2 to 3%. When it comes to EVs, that is huge because we know range is much more important when it comes to them, because there's not as many recharging stations compared to gas stations, and then recharging takes also a lot longer compared to a fill up, which means the vehicle can be driven for approximately 5% longer on the same battery energy thanks to these motors outfitted with silicon carbide semiconductors. E-GMP is rear wheel drive focused. Customers will be able to choose between rear wheel drive and all wheel drive configurations, of course. Now, don't think that every single vehicle is going to be based on E-GMP. It is only going to be mid-sized to larger sized vehicles. So if you're thinking of like the Hyundai Kona going to E-GMP, it is not. The Hyundai Kona EV is going to continue to be based off of the traditional gasoline version. So they are going to use a standardized single type of battery module, which is composed of pouch type standard cells and can be packed in different quantities required for each vehicle. This is the same thing pretty much everyone's doing at this point going forward. We know GM has detailed this with their Ultium batteries. Pouches are the future, guys. So with their new multi 800 volt and 400 volt bidirectional charging system, you can charge up to 350 kilowatt hours charging. Insanely fast. Put in the comments if you guys know if there's anything out there as fast charging as this potential system. I won't be surprised if some of the Teslas could be, but I don't think they have 800 volt yet. And keep in mind, I also reported on this a few weeks back. They have invested largely in Ionity, which is Europe's leading high power charging network. I doubt that we'll ever see that come to America. It could be a long time before we see mass adoption of plug-in stations or charging stations around the United States, let alone ones that are capable of charging 350 kilowatt hours. E-GMP will underpin a total of 23 battery electric vehicles, and 11 of those BEV models should be here by 2025. Hyundai's new Ioniq brand was just announced this past summer, and they have let us know that the 5, 6, and 7, Ioniq 5, 6, and 7 that is, are going to be here by 2024. The first one is going to be the 5, which is more of a mid-size crossover SUV based off of the Hyundai 45 concept. I'm excited for that, but I think we're also going to see clones of that within the Kia, the Hyundai, and even the Genesis lineup. So you have 4 brands, Ioniq being the newest one here, that are all going to have the same vehicle on the underpinnings with this E-GMP platform going forward. So based off of your preference on styling, maybe pricing, I don't see pricing changing that much until you go to the Genesis model. That should be the most expensive, but who knows with the Ioniq brand. I just feel like they have too many options, like a menu that's too big for their battery electric vehicles going forward. What do you guys think? If you were buying a battery electric vehicle from a Korean automaker, where would you start? Would you start with Kia, Hyundai? Would you go to Ioniq, which is found in a Hyundai dealership? So is Genesis, right? It's really confusing, but maybe it's just for compliance. I don't know. I'm really confused at this point, but I'll see you guys in the comments. Are you excited? I'm a little bit excited. I love technology. I love the unrolling of new products. And it'll be interesting to see what Hyundai comes out with. We are going to switch gears a little bit here. Staying with Korean auto news though, LG Chem and SK Innovation spar over EV recalls and trade dispute. This is getting hot. We know SK Innovations is going to be powering pretty much all of Hyundai's EVs in the future that I'm aware of, where we know LG is working with Tesla at this point. They're working with GM. They're working with a lot of other automakers for batteries. So let's get into it. South Korean battery automakers LG Chem and SKI are sparring over whether the US International Trade Commission should consider recent EV recalls in a trade secrets case. LG Chem is alleging trade secret theft, and LG seeks to block SK from producing battery cells in the United States and from importing the components necessary to make them. Of course, SK has denied the wrongdoing. The International Trade Commission is expected to have a decision on the matter next week, so definitely stay tuned. An adverse ruling could potentially cause setbacks for Volkswagen, Ford, and more as they move to build new electric vehicles using SK Innovation's batteries and components. SK is building a $2.6 billion battery plant in Georgia to supply Ford and Volkswagen. I'm sure there are other automakers in there as well. Crazy. Things are getting heated more ways than one, right? We know there's so many recalls between LG Chem and SKI due to batteries just blowing up in GM and Hyundai products. So on to maybe some promising news though. 2022 Genesis GV teasers full reveal on December 8th. December 8th is going to be a big day for a lot of automakers and therefore the channel and the Lexurious Fleet. We're getting the new Acura MDX unveil. I will be live streaming that, so make sure to stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. The GV70 is going to be announced on that day as well. And if that announcement takes place before the Acura MDX live stream, I'll be able to brief you guys on this GV70 that's going to be fully revealed alongside the Acura MDX on the same day. And guess what else is being unveiled on the same day? Nissan is unveiling the taking off the wraps, I should say, of the refreshed for like the 15th time Nissan Armada, and then also the new Nissan Kicks should be redesigned as well, possibly with e-Power unveiled for America too, which I've been wanting to test out myself and give you guys impressions of Nissan and Infinity's e-Power systems. So guys, I'll see you in the comments. Make sure to stay tuned, or just December 8th. It's gonna be a lot of fun and more Japanese Korean auto news. It's always coming down the hatch. Smash the like button if you haven't. Hope you're having a great holiday season so far, and lots of automotive news coming down the chimney. Almost said the hatch, but I think chimney is appropriate as well. All right, guys, I'll shut up. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.